I think that she was right. Just because you feel traumatized, that's a self-inflicted wound. You did the thing that you wasn't taught to do, and now you have to pay the price for it. Then you got drove over to Planned Parenthood. You wasn't
I
supposed to
guess
be in that
that's.
situation.
I
You
guess
wasn't supposed to be in that situation in the first place if you did what your mama told you to do.
So
so.
go
Are
ahead.
we saying that men that have sex with women unprotected and the woman gets pregnant, it's only the woman's fault?
Yes.
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
Yes.
Welcome back, guys, on this channel. Hope you're doing great or better if you didn't, because we all know how life can be tough sometimes. Today we have this video, which seems apparently to be a video conference with 8 people in the call. I know they are 9, but don't trust this guy /Eazy-E, because he will appear and disappear the whole time. So basically, these guys will try to hold this woman accountable for her actions, because she got pregnant and had an argument with her mother, who warned her several times about the so-called situation way before it happened. So let's see what we can learn from this.
Because when I don't know what I was expecting, since I did break, her commandment, if you will. I don't know what I was expecting. I just wasn't expecting that.
I think that your mom did exactly what she was supposed to do. She held you accountable for your decisions. And she
Look,
wasn't supposed to support your bad decisions. She drew her line in the sand. She stood on that shit. And I think that she was right. Just because you feel traumatized, that's a self-inflicted wound. You did the thing that you wasn't taught to do, and now you have to pay the price for it. Then you got drove over to Planned Parenthood. You wasn't
I
supposed to
guess
be in that
that's.
situation.
I
You
guess.
wasn't supposed to be in that situation in the first place if you did what your mama told you to do.
I guess I when I that's why I mentioned the train thing, because he was talking to her about getting married, and that was before I even got pregnant. And so
But
I
did he get married to you though?
know we she was telling, or they were talking about making sure we were, taken care of properly. So I was like, okay. I felt a little more secure because they were talking so openly about our future, and I was like, okay. So I felt like that was her. Maybe that's my bad, miscommunication at observing a conversation. I felt that was her, like,
I think
almost
you know better. I
approval
think you are a
of
very
him.
smart girl. You are very smart. You very observant. I've seen you on a platform before. You know better. You know that you're not supposed to be in a space to where you even allowing for this to happen in the first place. But you had to pay the price. That's the price that comes along with this disobedience. I don't think that you can put that on him. I don't think that you can put that on her. Listen, if a woman comes over to me, right, and she says, Anton, you can do whatever, you can put it whatever, you can do all of that, right? Is it her fault for me then taking advantage of that and then putting myself in a bad situation as a result of it? Or is it my fault for even entertaining it in the first place? Because my thing is, I think that everybody on an individual level have to take responsibility for their own actions.
Yeah, my man is right. You're not supposed to give it up to the first man coming around without no guarantee. Your so-called boyfriend just pulled out the easy 3 steps method.
You gorgeous baby, I will marry you. Now let's fuck.
And you agreed. Now you have to deal with the consequences. That's what adult people do.
Okay, I messed up. Now I have to take my responsibilities and live with it.
But let's see what else they have to say.
I'm never gonna blame her for offering it to me. I gotta blame me for taking advantage of it and putting my dick in her. So I'm always gonna take ownership, and I think that we've gotten to the point that now that women can make the decision for themselves, they have to take 100% responsibility for what comes along with their decisions. Nobody forced you, nobody raped you, nobody put you in a position, nobody promised you anything, nobody married you. So that's all on you.
Yeah.
That's 100% on you. That's where I stand on it.
That's what I'm saying on it too. But there is always someone to blame when things go south, and always someone to support the foolishness. Personally, I know we can all make bad decisions based on circumstances, but when your decision turns out to be a bad one, blame yourself.
All right. Yeah, that's right.
I
Anybody
mean,
else?
anybody else can get their own opinion, but I know
Hey, I'm with you.
Carrie probably feels sympathy for you and all of that. So
I don't want sympathy.
Well, no, it's not. I empathize with her because he did do a jacked up thing, but I agree with what you're saying, Anton. I don't think that it was, his fault. So I agree with what you just said. It's unfortunate but I think that we have started to become conditioned to, if I make a decision, and I'm not saying this is you, Jessica, because it sounds like you're starting to kind of own your role or whatever. But I think that what's happening more and more nowadays is like you make a decision, as a result, you're hurt, your feelings are hurt, and now you feel like it shouldn't have happened, or you shouldn't have to deal with the result of said decision. And that's just
Basically, what she's trying to say is that she understands the point of Anton when he says that our girl, simply Jessica, shouldn't blame her easy three-phase so-called boyfriend, but also that she understands that some situations can make you feel frustrated when the outcomes are not what you expected. But in the next scene, this lady named Island Girl Q is going to ask a quiet, interesting question to the men. Let's see what their response is going to be.
go ahead.
Are we saying that men that have sex with women unprotected and the woman gets pregnant, it's only the woman's fault?
Yes.
Yes, 100%.
Yes.
Yes.
They all said yes, but it's obvious that she is the one risking her life directly in this. Giving birth can be hella dangerous sometimes. And the so-called boyfriend is not even here. She is the one crying right now. She is the one who will carry the baby and push him into this world. She is the one stressing. She is the one, I hope not, joining the baby mamas and single mothers league. That's why it's important to choose a mate based on things that really matters, especially when getting pregnant by them.
So if that was the case, why do we have these laws like child support? If it's only the
Because
woman's
you got
fault,
goofy motherfuckers.
I don't agree with
Why
that.
do we have
Because
child
you have to
support?
understand, Q. You have to understand, Q. He doesn't have the ability to, once she gets pregnant, he doesn't have the ability to determine whether or not she could do whatever it is she want to do with her body.
Exactly.
Okay.
He has no control, right? So
No,
if
but he did.
100% of the, but if 100% of the, now I'm not telling guys to go out and get a chick pregnant, because here's the thing about it that y'all not taking into consideration. He has no control over what she's going to do with her body, but he's going to be 100% responsible for whatever decision that she makes. Meaning that society by default is going to hold men accountable no matter what we think. Our fate is in your hands once you decide whatever it is that you're going to do or whatever it is that happens. Society by default is going to hold us accountable. We have no safety net. We have no protection. If we don't pay child support,
At all.
we go to jail.
Shout out to my man Anton, because he is just spitting facts. I guess we all know this sentence.
My choice! My choice! My choice!
Well, most of the time they forget about the other part of the equation. My body, my choice, my responsibilities.
Well, no, your safety net.
Hold on.
Your safety net's protection.
Hold
or
on.
not
Wait.
having
I think he
Hold
took
on.
control of the
Let me finish.
situation by
Let me finish.
dragging me
Let
into
me
his
finish.
neighborhood. So
Let me finish. The other side of the equation is when you have 100% control and power of what happens, you then own 100% of the responsibility that comes along with it also. Right? Yes, you do. Yes,
I don't
you
agree
do.
with that.
And so here's the thing. I don't know when y'all gonna start holding each other accountable instead of trying to pass the blame. The minute that y'all start holding each other accountable is the minute that y'all start getting different results. The problem is that because y'all don't hold each other accountable and because y'all trying to pass the blame. See, when guys come up to me or when they jump on the show, they did it just yesterday or what was it, Friday, and the guy said Anton, A, B, C, and D. We hold each other accountable. We don't blame the woman. We don't say, oh man, it's her fault. We just go 100% based off of, oh, you did this. No, you own that shit. You got to take care of it. Don't fuck up your family and all of that other type of stuff. When we have a conversation with women, by default, they're always trying to pass the blame. You can solve for it by just not allowing yourself to open up your legs to people that you're not supposed to be with in the first place. You solve for the problem.
Overnight.
I don't really know what a disagreement is.
Like I was just gonna say, like a great uncle once said, with great power comes great responsibility.
My man Red Pill Ranger just trying to Spider-Man that conversation. Uncle Ben is right. When you have the power, you take the responsibilities on you too. There is no such thing as, okay, I am the one in charge of this mission, but the minute everything goes out of the bridge, you are the one to blame, even if you followed all my instructions. It's not possible, and sometimes I wonder why some women think it should happen that way.
That's good old Uncle Ben. Women have the power, everybody their choice. They have the power to not even have the baby conceived. So with great power comes great responsibility. Yet they want power, but don't want the responsibility that comes with said power. We are our first line of defense. Yes, men should do this, men should do that, men should do this. But the thing is, you can't control what that man can do. What you can control is what you do. You can control with who you let in your body, how you let them in your body, and when you let in your body. You only can control what you have power over, and you have power over yourself. But women want to have power over men. Yes, there's sorry men out there, but guess what? You have the power to not even let them in your life, nor less into your womb. And you are your own line of defense. We all know how baby made. I'm gonna wrap this up real quick by saying women like to talk about this intuition they have. They like to say they're smarter than men, that men are simple, men are basic, and all that. So if all that is true and y'all had this great intuition, why y'all keep getting knocked up by dudes that read on the 7th grade level? It makes no logical sense. So how do you constantly get tricked by these people that you smarter than, and that you better than, and that you wiser than, and that you have intuition? How do you keep getting tricked by these simpletons?
Because
It is what it is. It is what it is.
thank you for that question, Red Pill Power Ranger. Now let's see what they have to say.
But like, I'm not even putting. I know y'all are talking in general, but you know, I was truly, yes, I shouldn't. I 100% shouldn't have. I should have gotten married first. But before this happened, I would have told any girl who dated him that he was husband material, that he was a good man. So I don't know why. Well, I guess I'm just attributing it to me. Like, in my eyes, up until he wasn't a loser. You know, he was a good man with a good job, good credit, a good family. Like, I don't know. You know, so he wasn't like a loser at that. So that's where I'm kind of confused. You know. So are you saying, you know, what are you saying?
Should have waited to marry him, basically, is what he's saying.
Yeah, if he was a husband, he should have married you first. But to Anton's standpoint, why women don't hold women accountable? For 2 years, I've been saying this. I don't hold women accountable for what? They don't listen.
We have a winner, guys. They don't listen. They do whatever they want, wherever they want, whenever they want, with whoever they want. Remember, but when it's time to assume the mistakes, they are nowhere to be seen. Oh, I forgot. They are on the oppressed seats again, blaming men like usual. We gonna leave it here for today, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you on the next episode. Peace.